you up, Chuck. I'm sorry, I was trying to do it quiet like.
I couldn't sleep any road.
Hey, you're not sickening for somewhat, are you?
Oh, now you put your finger on, no.
Oh. Well, anything happened while I've been absent? Any reports, confirmed or otherwise?
I don't know.
You know, for somebody who spends so much time in pubs, you don't pick up much news, do you, Chuck? You'd have made a very poor spy, you know. I mean, I've only got to walk past the Flying Horse and I can tell, for instance, if Ivy Scott's husband's run off again.
How?
You can hear her laughing.
Well, nobody tells me out any road.
They don't tell me out neither, Chuck, not conscionably. But they don't need to. Just a few hints and I've got a complete case history. It's a gift, I suppose. Do you fancy a brew?
No, I might as well. Hilda?
Yes, Chuck?
Would you say my mind was deteriorating?
Huh?
Well, would you?
Well, it'd be very hard to judge a thing like that, wouldn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, before you can judge if a thing's gone worse, you've got to know if it's ever been better.
No, you insult me.
No, I'm not, love. Just being honest as befits a good wife and helpmate.
Well, something did happen while you were away.
Oh, yeah?
We got invited out to tea. Me and our Irma.
To tea? Where, Chuck?
Annie Walker's.
Where did you say?
Annie Walker's.
Why? Why, Chuck?
I just said I don't know.
You must know. What did she say when she invited
She
you?
didn't invite me. Our Irma passed the message on, you know.
Well, what did she say when you went to tea?
We never went.
You what?
We never went.
Why? Why didn't you go?
I don't know.
You must know.
I don't.
Oh, now, Stan, let's be calm about this.
I'm perfectly calm.
Right. Why did you think Annie Walker invited you in the first place?
To offer me a job at the Rovers.
And did she?
How the heck could she? Didn't go, did I?
You're driving me potty, you know that, don't you? You're driving me flipping potty.
How do you think I feel?
Right, well, it's up to me then, isn't it?
Eh?
To find out why you was invited.
Oh, I wish you would. And quick. I'm beginning to think I'm going potty and all.
Hey, have you seen me backing knife?
Look, Nelson Eddy never said that to Jeanette MacDonald.
No, well, he hadn't lost his backing knife.
Well, I didn't know you smoked.
I don't.
Hey, what do you want a backing knife for?
Well, it was my dad's, weren't it?
Oh.
He carried it all through Boer War, didn't he?
Did he?
And that blade were worn short, you know. Oh. And the bone handle were polished, just shining like a diamond.
Oh.
You know, it's more than a backing knife, is that? It's part of this country's history.
Oh, yeah, well, I've not seen it.
Have you cleaned up?
Of course I've cleaned up, like it was my own home, making up for the spit and polish it usually gets from Hilda Ogden.
Oh, well, then I can't have dropped it here, can I?
Look, I've just said.
You're no blooming help at all, are you?
I hope your rabbit dies. Oh, hello, Miss Nugent. I didn't know you were in love. Is it your day off?
Well, not a gratuitous one.
Oh.
I had one of my heads this morning. Is Mrs. Walker about?
She's gone to a lady victualler's meeting, love. She'll be away all day.
Oh, yes, she did mention it.
Can I get you something, love? You know, a pick-me-up or something.
That's not what I need, Mrs. Turpin.
What do you need, love?
Somebody to explain why most of my efforts to assist people are flung with quite amazing ferocity straight back in my face.
Some people don't want to be helped, love. They take umbrage. You know, it's a bit of an insult.
I should have thought that Valerie Barlow was intelligent and wise enough to accept advice genuinely and honestly proffered.
Me too.
Well, apparently not. When I proffered last night, she became violent. Quite violent. I think I will have a tonic water.
Yeah. Oh, you're back, are you? But not back soon enough to get on with your work. What do you want? To talk to the organ grinder, not the monkey. There's only one thing stopping me from thumping you. What's that? The certainty that I'd break your scraggy neck. Will you kindly inform Mrs. Walker that Mrs. Ogden would like to speak to her? She's out. Right, I'll wait till she comes back then. Please yourself.
Didn't you say Mrs. Walker would be away all day?
Hey, haven't you missed something this morning?
Such as?
A visitor.
Who?
Me mum.
Thought she was at her sister's.
Oh, well, she got back last night. I expected her to be round here first, like, you know, asking about the tea party that never was.
Ah, maybe Stan hasn't mentioned it.
Oh, well, I hope he hasn't. I don't think I could pull the wool over my mum's eyes like I did my dad's. Or could I?
Well, I hope you don't have to try. Hey, what sort of time did you have with George and Ellie last night?
Oh, it was all right. It wasn't very exciting, you know, but it was all right. I mean, he's a perfect gentleman. Worse luck.
Hey, what exactly is he doing here?
Well, he reckons he wants to settle down in England, you know, live here.
Can he?
He says he can. He says he's his own master now. He's been demobbed.
Thought America was supposed to be promised land.
Oh, no, not to hear him talk, it's not. Oh, speak of the
Hello.
devil.
Oh, I hope you don't mean me, Irma.
No, I don't, Mrs. Caldwell. I mean your lodger. You know he's not a human being, don't you?
Oh, I think he's very nice, kind and considerate and very good company.
Now, you are embarrassing me, Mrs. Caldwell, although what you say is absolutely true.
Big Ed. And I would also like to say that I approve.
Approve of what, Mrs. Caldwell?
Well, Joseph squiring Irma, it's a very good match.
Oh, hang on, Mrs. Caldwell. He's only took me out once, and that was to a public place.
Twice?
Eh?
After tonight.
Oh, who says I'm going out with you tonight?
Oh, go on, Irma. If you don't go, well, then I will.
All right, Mrs. Caldwell, but only to save you from a fate worse than death.
Spoiled sport.
You know, that knife's been in this family for 70 years at least. I used to play with it on my dad's knee.
That's funny, Mr. Tadlock.
What is?
I always imagined they kept you in a hutch in the backyard.
You know what you ought to do, don't you? Keep your cake all shut, else I'll come and shut it for you.
Oh.
Are you sure you've looked properly at home?
Of course I have. I've searched everywhere.
Well, then, no more suggestions. I'm very sorry,
Hey,
but...
what about the twins?
What about them?
Well, they might have taken it.
Oh, they haven't. I'd have noticed and gone mad. Anyway, they wouldn't just take something out of your house without asking.
Wouldn't they?
No, they wouldn't.
Well, I still think they might have.
Well, I suppose you're entitled to your opinion, no matter how offensive it might be. But I'm telling you, for the last time, that knife is not in this house.
Well, can I have a look for myself?
No, you can't.
Well, don't expect me to be satisfied then.
Oh, do give it a rest, Albert. It's only a scratty little knife.
Look, you keep your nose out of this, will you? This is family, and it's got nothing to do with you. Not unless you fancy you've stepped into Ken's shoes, of course. I mean, you're always busy in this house, aren't you? And another thing, it's not a scratchy knife. It's a family heirloom, that. And it's as valuable to me as a sniffies to a dog.
Ye gods. Well, it does go on, doesn't it? Hey, do you think we'll be like that when we're that old?
Well, let's hope we never are that old.
Oh, I don't know, you know. I'm quite looking forward to my dotage. Folks cutting me nails and buying me beer. Well, there you are, Mrs. Barlow.
Ah.
One plug mended. I'll send you the bill in. That is, unless you'd like to make me some more of that Moorish lemon cheese.
You do like lemon cheese, don't you?
Ooh, on sad cake, it's marvellous.
You like Ken in lots of ways.
Yeah, except up there, where it matters. I think I've got the right shape head for being an intellectual. It's just not porous enough.
Ray?
Yeah.
You know that car of ours?
Well, that thing I've seen lurching up and down the street, do you mean?
Well, I've been thinking it is taxed and everything.
So?
Well, I've got a yen to learn to drive. To get behind the wheel, instead of where Ken wants me in the back, bound and gagged.
Well, I think women in cars should be doped as well.
Oh, I see. So you wouldn't entertain teaching me to drive?
Of course I would.
Honest?
Yeah.
When?
When, she says. As soon as I've had a chat with the insurance fella.
Oh, you...
She's still sitting there.
That's right.
She must have been there 2 hours.
Yeah, that's right. She's been home for a dinner, though.
Why is she sitting there? I was going to ask.
She wants to see Mrs. Walker.
Mrs. Walker's out all day.
Well, why don't you tell her?
Would if she asked me, but we're not speaking. Well, what are you locked up in at?
Mrs. Walker's out, Hilda, and she won't be back.
Who says? I say. Wouldn't believe a word you said, even if you was offering to save me life.
Oh, it's true, Mrs. Ogden. She's gone to a function.
Oh.
Can we help?
Well, she might. Try me, then. Why did Annie Walker invite my stand to tea yesterday? Well, I don't know. Why should I? You do know. It's written all over your shifty fizzog. My fizzog isn't shifty, and what Mrs. Walker done is his own affair. Go and ask your husband. Well, I can't, can I?
Why not, Hilda?
Because he doesn't flaming know.
Do you know, Mrs. Turpin?
Well, It was a joke, you see, between Irma and Billy. They let Mrs. Walker think we're shot.
Oh, I think I know who it is. Oh, you got the message. Thanks for coming.
I can't stop, love. Hello, are you all right?
Yeah, fine.
It won't take long, but it's sort of private.
Oh, sorry. Hey, come on, in the back.
I'm sorry to be so conspiratorial. But it concerns a mutual friend.
Well, go on.
Well, last night, at the behest of Mrs. Sharples, I tried to indicate to Valerie that it was perhaps rather indiscreet to have Ray Langton calling. Constantly, I mean.
Great minds.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Well, all I got was a considerable flea in the ear.
Look, love, I can't stop now, but if I've got 5 minutes after I've had my dinner, I'll call back again, all right?
Oh, I wish you would. She might listen to you. It is for her own good.
Fatal words, Emily. Fatal words.
I know.
Well, you didn't get invited because Annie Walker likes the shape of your conch.
Very true, Mother.
So why did you get invited?
Ask me, Dad.
I have.
And what did he say?
Well, he doesn't know. Doesn't know why the party were called off, neither.
Have you thought of something?
What?
That he just might be covering up.
Covering up?
Yes, well, why would Annie Walker ask me and my dad round? I mean, especially while you was away, unless,
Unless what?
Unless she had something to say to him, like, something she wanted sorting out, like.
Yeah, but she never said it, did she? Because you never went.
Well, I don't know what she might have said, only my dad knows that.
Oh, well, I've asked him.
And?
Well, he says he's in a fog.
Well, I still think he's trying to keep something from you.
What?
The truth.
What truth?
Exactly, Mum. What truth?
I'll kill him. I will, I'll flip and kill him.
But, Irma, Stan isn't hiding anything.
Oh, I know that, but my mum will think of something, don't you, worry?
Oh, I really do think the joke has gone too far now.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I do. But I can't help laughing, though.
Well, that's not the best bit of parking I've seen.
That wasn't very good, was it?
No. You see, the trouble is, you're not letting your clutch out slowly enough.
Me clutch, that's that pedal thing.
That's that pedal thing. Oh, well, don't get down out. If you're a wizard with the ignition key.
Well, I suppose that's something. What does it ignite, by the way?
Eh?
What does it ignite? I've always wondered.
Well, it doesn't actually ignite anything.
Well, why do you call it an ignition key?
Well, it completes an electrical circuit, you see, and that does the igniting.
Oh, like a switch?
Like a switch.
Why don't you say so?
Sorry. Hey, do you think you're cut out for driving, Val?
Well, I don't know if I don't try, do I?
Well, come on then. We'll have another go.
When did she get back? Oh, I can't stand seeing a miserable face a minute longer. It's bad enough when she's happy.
Yeah. I'll go and tell her the proper story. Put her out of her misery.
Right, I will.
Hello. Where is she, our Emily? In the back, love.
Oh, Charles. Hilda,
Yeah?
did you find out why Mrs. Walker had your Irma and Stan round?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you hadn't.
Well, I've guessed.
It were all a lot of nothing, weren't it?
Do you call Annie Walker accusing my husband a lot of nothing?
Accusing him? What of?
You name it.
I can't.
Oh, that's because you don't know my Stan. Could have been a million things.
Like what?
Well, he's weak, you know. Very weak. Especially when he's in drink. Makes him very amorous. Attractive, man, but amorous.
You don't think he's been getting amorous with Mrs. Walker, do you?
Oh, no, not her.
Who with then? Elsie?
No, even Stan's got more sense than that.
Mrs. Turpin?
Yeah, well, he has meddled once before, you know. He's always fancied big women. It's what you might call a reaction from being stuck with somebody thin like me.
But what's all this got to do with Mrs. Walker?
Well, she'll have warned him about his future conduct in here, won't she? The disgrace.
You're wrong, Gilda, so wrong.
Oh, no, I'm not. Even my own daughter's trying to keep it from me.
It was all a joke.
A joke?
Concocted by your Irma and Billy Walker. Now listen.
Popping back, Elsie.
Well, I don't think it's anybody's business to start with, but I had to, hadn't I, after what I'd just seen?
What had you just seen?
Ray Langton giving Valerie driving lessons in the street, under everybody's nose.
Yes, that's not being indiscreet, it's being foolhardy.
Being dead daft. You've only got to smile at the milkmen round here for some of them to want to stone you from the village. I thought Val had more sense than that.
Well, apparently not. Do you think I ought to try again?
No, Law, I think you better leave it to me.
Tread carefully. It's a very touchy subject with her.
It's a very touchy subject with me. My whole body screams out, leave it alone. Well, that's what I'd want if I was at it.
Just a word to her, Elsie.
Oh, I'm not going to speak to Val. I've already tried that.
To Ray?
Yeah, and I'm going to threaten to screw his neck round. And Stan thought he were going to be offered a job.
Apparently.
Here, where he likes it better than he does his own home.
Yeah.
Poor Stan. Poor old lump.
It's an awful lot to remember before you've even started.
And then there's a little matter of the highway code.
All them road signs. All them road signs?
All them road signs.
Yes, well, I think this is going to take a bit longer than I thought.
I can imagine.
Still, you're a patient man, aren't you? It better be.
Bayek, I'd better be.
All right, be good. Oh, and try not to worry too... Greg Flint! No!
Elsie of the lamplight, eh?
Oh, that'll be enough of that for us. Gary Strauss!
Hi, Elsie.
Oh, what are you two doing slumming round here?
Oh, no, just looking up some old friends. There's no law against that, is there?
Now we want to taste Rose's Return beer again. You know, it never tastes quite so good anyplace else.
Ah, because it is good. Oh, this is Mrs. Turpin and Miss Nugent, you know.
Yes, and remember.
Good afternoon.
And last but not least, Bet Lynch.
Hi, Bet.
And are these a couple of astronauts? Oh, sorry, I'd forget my head if it was loose. This is Greg Flint, Gary Strauss, old friends of Steve.
And of Elsie Tanner.
Howard. Elsie Howard. I got married again.
Oh, well, great. I didn't know.
Well, I guess that calls for a drink. Mrs. Turpin. It is Mrs.
For more years than I want to remember.
Well, we like a beer.
Yeah.
Anything the ladies want, and something for you.
Oh. Hey, up. I'm supposed to be at work.
Oh, come on, Elsie. Works for the workers.
Okay, since you coax me like that, I'll have a gin.
That's right, girl.
I'll have a lemonade.
Similar.
Yeah. Are you, I'll leave them.
Oh, yeah, from Germany, just for a couple of weeks, though.
Oh, I see. Hey, I forgot. There's an old buddy of yours staying around here.
A buddy?
Joe Dinelli. You remember?
Oh, well, what do you know?
It's a small world.
Oh, well, where's Joe staying?
Oh, with Minnie. You remember Mrs. Colwell, don't you?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's about down the street a little ways, isn't it, as I remember? Yeah, sure. Well, we'll go drop in and see him later on, and say hello.
Oh, not this afternoon. Joe's taking Irma out somewhere.
Irma?
Irma Barlow from the corner shop, you remember?
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, listen, he's not a hijacker. He'll bring her back. We'll see him then, eh?
Yeah.
Sure. No hurry?
Well, here's the beer. As Len Fairclough used to say it.
Oh, not too often. He didn't like to let his talking interfere with his drinking.
That's all he does. That's right. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, how did you sleep that time, love?
Oh, on and off, you know.
What do you fancy for your tea?
Whatever you've got. Well?
Well, what?
You find anything out?
Find what out?
You know.
Oh, no, Stan, I didn't.
Wouldn't they tell you either?
No, Chuck.
They're ganging up on us, I'll tell you. Annie Walker's changed her flipping mind and they're keeping it undercover, including our kid.
Yeah, something like that. Stan?
What?
In your opinion, what do the folk round here think about us? You and me, like?
What?
I just wondered.
I mean, 'cause what they did to me yesterday?
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, I think they think we're sort of tuppence short of a shilling, you know. On me, any road.
Yeah.
Well, I can't live with us. Why can't flipping sleep?
You don't suppose we might have brought it on ourselves?
Oh.
Well, you know, where we act. Where we go on sometimes.
Well, I thought they liked. I thought we were popular.
Yeah, seems we're not.
No.
I suppose it's too late to change now. Be different.
No, well, I've tried.
Oh, have you, Chuck? I didn't know.
Well, not lately, you know, when I was younger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you got a chance then, haven't you?
Still, we've got one thing in our favour, haven't we?
What?
There's two of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a comfort, is that, love?
He'd have loved that job at the Railways, you know. Been like working in flipping heaven, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know, love. Hey, I know what we'll do.
What?
We'll give ourselves a tonic.
How?
By having an ambition in life, that's out. We've always been a bit short on ambition, you know, Stan.
What sort of ambition?
We'll have us own pub.
Hey, that'll be smashing.
Nobody'd laugh at us then.
No, we'll be doing the laughing then, won't
Yeah. Now then, what do you fancy for your tea?
What do you got?
Cow heels? Smashing. Right. Ah, you know, you got a lovely smile, Chuck.
we? Oh, give over.
No, honest. It's contagious.
Oh, Joseph will be pleased to see you. I think he's been missing his friends.
Well, when do you expect him back, Mrs. Caldwell?
Oh, well, not late. He doesn't keep late hours. He's a very respectable young man.
Well, let's see. It's just after 10 o'clock. We could take a beer at the Roves and then call back.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I've just put the kettle on.
Pardon?
Oh, he's not as familiar with English customs as I am, Mrs. Caldwell. That's an invitation for a cup of tea, am I right?
You are.
We'll accept.
Oh, good. I like company. It's much better than just sitting on your own, twiddling your thumbs. You know, I think Joseph's getting very fond of Irma.
You don't say.
I won't be a minute.
Oh, don't forget, one for the pot.
Oh, I use tea bags now. I'm very modern.
Hey up. Trouble. Yes, Mr. Tatlock, sir.
Would you know how to address a letter to America?
Well, I never have addressed one, love.
Well, then mind your own business. Miss Nugent, does that look right to you? It's a letter to kill.
Well, I don't think you need to put USA, America and Western Hemisphere, Mr. Tatlock.
Well, there's no wrong in making sure he gets there.
Where's Ken Stain, by the way?
Well, have a look, love.
It's all right for some, isn't it?
Oh, indeed, yes. Go west, young man. Not, if you notice, go west, young woman.
Well, thank you for your help, love. You can get it from some folk, you know.
What was his wife like?
Unlucky. Ray's just entered.
Could I have a word with you for a minute?
And what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this, then?
Eh? Could I have a word?
Well, I've got all my life in front of me, Mrs. Tanner. Beating you already, is he?
Oh.
Your husband?
It's wives I want to talk about.
Ah, now they've always attracted me of wives. You know, there's something about them. Maturity?
This is one wife in particular, Val Barlow.
Yes, she's really marvellous, isn't she, Val? I've always thought so.
Yes, but she's still a wife, and a very happily married wife at that.
You're beginning to bore me, Elsie.
Yes. And the less you see of her, the more sense it'll make.
You're forgetting something, aren't you, Chuck?
What?
You lost the right to give anybody this kind of advice when you broke up your first marriage.
And if I'd have been in his shoes, I would have said exactly the same thing.
Well, I'll be off to bed then.
Are you sure you don't mind us waiting out for Joe, Mrs. Caldwell?
Oh, no, of course not. Only remind him to lock up, won't you? Because he often forgets.
Yeah, you can depend on it, Mrs. Caldwell.
Thanks very much. Well, good night.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Thank you.
You know, it's being in houses like this really brings it home.
Brings what home?
Well, how little old England really is. I mean, compared to the States.
Yeah, well, might be little, but kind of cute.
I think I like things on a bigger scale.
Yeah, that's America, all right, boy. Things are big, especially the mistakes.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the 7th Cavalry.
Hello, Joe?
Well, what are you guys doing here?
Now, come on, don't play games, Joe.
You know what we're doing here, Joe.
Do I?
Sure you do. We're here to ask why you've deserted. And to take you back.